Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. It's been a while. This is like the third attempt at doing this. You ought to see this camera. I wish I could show you this camera because it's sitting like that. I don't really get it. I don't understand why I have to put the camera like that for the picture to be that straight. Don't get it. Don't understand. But I'm not touching anything because if I touch something, something's going to go wrong. So I'm not touching a thing. So look, this live is going to be split into two halves. Part one, we're going to talk about Blum, Blum, Howard, old H, the HB, like a pencil. And then the second half, we're going to talk about Kopacka. Some of you may have seen the video. Some of you may not have seen the video. I know not everybody watches lives because this is going to be probably 45 minutes to an hour long, so I will do a shorter video just breaking that down and the thoughts tomorrow. And I'm also going to be going over the Lazy Masquerade video as well tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled for those two videos tomorrow. So, Blumber. First of all, let's just do a check on who is in the house, in the mods. We've got Karen, we've got Kristen, we've got Superior Dreams, we've got Scott, we've got Dope, we've got Tracy. Is that it? Is that it? I think that might be it for now. Yeah. So that's who we've got. That's who we've got, which I think will be enough. I don't expect it to be too busy. Everybody seems to be concentrating a lot on the Karen Reid case at the moment. I just didn't see the point in jumping into that. It's like a race already starting, and you try and join in like in the last bit of it. I didn't see the point. So yeah, it's a bit quiet on the Western Front. Yes, Karen, Lazy Masquerade. Lazy Masquerade is for those of you who don't know who that is, Lazy Masquerade is a channel. It's got about 1.7 million subscribers, and he talks about crime. And he did a video on the Idaho 4 case. And yeah, one of those. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. We won't talk about that now. What the heck? Am I the only one who isn't a mod? No, there's a lot of people who aren't mod. It's the mods love a chat. They do love talking. But look, so with respect of Howard Blumber, say Blumber all the way through, it makes me laugh. Yeah, that's his name, Blumber. The Blumber bus. Let's see if I can make that a little bit bigger. Make that a bit bigger, yeah. I love changing the aesthetics as we go. True Crack King tossing you again under the butt. Oh, fuck him. I can't even be bothered to I don't even watch what he must watch me in order to comment on me. I don't even watch him. He's a nugget head. So yeah, let him true crack on. So yeah, this is it. So we've got Howard Blumber, who has come out. Now, what I will say is what we have to remember with Mr. Blumber is he went to Moscow, Idaho very early on. So it is possible that he spoke to a few people. And it's trying to separate what is truth and honesty to what is he got his writer's element to it, the extrapolation, the making it seem a lot more exciting or a lot more sellable, because ultimately drama sells, and I've said this, and the more you try and elaborate on things and polish them up and put a little bow on them and push them out, the more it's going to sell. But someone you used to know is feeding him info. She's prob here now. Whatever. Like I say, I don't care what he's got. Honestly, I genuinely don't care what he's got. Let him crack. Like I say, true crack on. I wish that I could just be one of these YouTubers who have to do videos on other YouTubers, slating them in order to garner views. I don't really understand. I think he's like a... What is he? He's the glarer. He's a glarer wannabe. At least Glara's got some form of skill. He's like literally got no skill whatsoever. But anywho, swiftly moving on. Yeah, so like I say, he's so Blumber goes to Moscow, Idaho, and talks to a few people, and then he extrapolates on those things, polishes them up, shines them up, makes them look a little bit more sellable, and then he puts it in his book and sells his book. I do pray. It's things like this that makes me kind of hope that Brian Koberger is innocent. And look, I still feel at this stage that there's a long way to go with it. I feel there's a long way to go. But I'll say, and I say it again, I'm not naive enough to believe that he literally couldn't have done it. He definitely didn't do it. He couldn't have done it. I just, at this stage, I don't think he did, because I haven't been shown enough. And that's as simple as that. I just, it makes me want Brian Koberger to be innocent. So the people who are writing these books and saying these things not only look stupid, but they rarely do end up getting sued. I don't know. But, what did people take from the Blumber situation? What did you, thank you very much, Coachman. First live. And we've got Marty Fodrell as well. 26 months made alive. Hello, Marty. 26 months. That's mad, isn't it? It's mad. It's a long time. Okay, why am I clicking that? Clicking the wrong thing. Clicking the bloomin' wrong thing. Yeah, it's one of them where I was listening to it, and apparently that weren't the first interview he'd done either. He'd done one on someone else's channel. I didn't see the other channel because someone said who it was, and I hadn't heard of him. So he's doing the rounds, and he kind of come across as a bit like Ryan Upchurch. Like Ryan Upchurch was quite clever, because what he would do, he would put stuff out onto social media that would make him trend, and not always in a good way, but it made him trend, and that would help to push what he wanted to push out, music, songs, whatever. And I felt that, Howard Blumber, the only reason he's even talking to channels is to get involved in the community to help promote his book. If it weren't for the book, he wouldn't be doing channel. He wouldn't be doing this channel hopping. He just wouldn't do it. But with respect of what he was saying, you're caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, because on one hand you think to yourself, so what you're saying then, is any of it true? Is any of it factual? And if the things that you're saying that you know and that you've spoken about, like the 8-hour time delay, for instance, like the conversation that Brian Koberger had with his dad Michael on that trip between, Washington and Pennsylvania, how the fuck did he know it? How did he know it? He pushed about who had specifically gone into the house and the 911 call, not only the 911 call, but who made the call and on what phone they made the call. So who was he? What is he doing? Is he making it up? And when you think about the stuff that he's brought out on his airmail writings, it makes you think that he's got to be talking to someone who would now be held by the gag order. So is he being fed information that he shouldn't be being fed? Because surely that's grounds for a mistrial. But look, the funny thing was, you've got the prosecution who, when Dr. Edelman was doing his surveys, they lost their shit and was worried about everything. But then you've got this doofus coming out and doing what he's doing, and that's seemingly okay. I just don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. Okie Granny, my first ever live on this channel. Hello, Okie Granny. And you've got a comment on the screen as well. Look at that. So I'm going to go into the chat and let's get some comments from people and have a chat about what people thought of that situation. And like I say, we will move on from Blumber because we can rant about Blumber, but I don't really feel that he's important. I don't feel that he's important enough. I feel that a lot of what he said, like I say, I think he went there, he spent a bit of time before the gag order come into effect and perhaps managed to speak to some people. But then, you know, I've got some tissue money. Yes! I'll tell you what, if I had £1 for every time I bloody sneezed yesterday, I'd be a rich man. Be a rich man. Sneezing literally all day. All day. It was driving me insane. I hate sneezing. And then today, I felt like I'd literally been ran over. But there we go. Students know the real truth. But do you know what as well? Like the gag order, like people said, oh, then the gag order come into effect and nobody spoke. But it's like people think the gag order means that nobody can speak. Nobody can speak. And that's rubbish. Anybody around there can speak. Any of the students are allowed to speak unless they're being pulled in to be witnesses in the court or they've got something to do with it. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't understand. But look, because he was saying that there were certain things that he weren't allowed to say. There was some contractual obligations or whatever, so he weren't able to say certain things. And again, I just feel that was just trying to push his fucking book and all. Me and my daughter look like crackheads today. Pollen is shocking in Essex too, buddy. Yeah, well, you're not too far from me. You're not actually that far from me, so that doesn't surprise me that and it's bad your way. It's trees that get me. I'm all right around grass and stuff, but it seems to be tree pollen. And sadly, we got tree pollen everywhere. Ugh. Try sneezing with broken ribs. Yeah, I can imagine, man. Oh, that would be terrible. I feel like I got broken ribs today, but yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, feel for you. I think, let's have a look. So, I think he's a joker, writing a book for entertainment and plugging it whoever he can. Hope Brian can sue him when he's out. Yes. I really hope so, too. I genuinely do. Look, I want the person who done the crime to pay for the crime. Do you know what I mean? So, once we get to trial, which hopefully we'll have a trial date at the. We may even have a trial date at the end of this month. We've got a hearing, what is it, on the 27th? So hopefully we'll get a trial date. And then later on in August, we'll find out where that trial will be. I find it hard to imagine that we'll get a trial date before they even know where it's going to be. But look, we can hope. And let's hope that it ain't 3 years down the line, which is something that Howard Blumber had alluded to, the fact that this trial could be in another 3 years' time. I am thinking about getting the book. Sadly, I'm not able to steal it. I would have to buy it, but I think I do want to. I think I do want to get it because I think that we need to go and see what he's saying. My husband is the same right now, Harsh. Our great British weather has a lot to answer to. Oh, don't even get me started on the weather. Don't even get me started. It's absolutely atrocious around here. Absolutely atrocious. Scarlett, where do none of the young people around this case haven't spoken made a TikTok nada? Yeah, I've thought the same. I genuinely have thought the same. It's just the fact that it's just gone, I don't get it. When I see this, making money off a murder, he should be locked up. The thing is, what I'll say here, is I'd be hypocritical if I was to criticise that element of it. Do you know what I mean? If someone's a writer, if they're a creative writer and they want to write a book about a crime, then so be it. It's like when I do a video about a crime. In theory, I'm no different because the videos have ads are monetized, and the video is about the crime. What I have a problem with is the timing of the book that he's doing. Pair that with what the book is about. Now, he's seemingly pushing things in this book that he claims to know, which, in my opinion, he's speaking it like it's pointing towards Brian Kohberger's guilt before Brian Kohberger has been through the system and been proven to be guilty. And that is what I have a problem. And furthermore, on top of that, he can't even say Gonsalves right. Every time he said Gonclaves, I wanted to punch him in his stupid grey face. So I don't understand it. You're writing a book. You are going to make money. The context of that book is seemingly like I know stuff that I shouldn't know almost, and you need to buy my book in order to obtain the stuff that I need. I know, and he's clearly been doing his homework as well. He's clearly been doing his homework because he knows the things that are the main sources of interest in the crime, like the 8-hour time delay, for instance, like the 911 call, like the cross-country drive between Brian Kohberger and his father, which, let's not make no bones about it either, that was a pre-arranged trip. It was pre-arranged. So we've been led to believe. So, look, yeah, he's working for he's just a mouthpiece for mainstream media. You know, it really does annoy the shit out of me when you get people who... I'll tell you what it is. This is the issue, right? It ain't no longer about... Let me just get rid of that. It's no longer about the truth in this case. It hasn't been about the truth in this case for a long time. People don't care what the truth is. They're seeking validation now. That's what they do. The people seek validation. Like, I'll say something, right, that someone agrees with, and they'll be like, you're telling the truth. Thanks for telling the truth. And I'm thinking to myself, just because what I'm saying lines up with what you think doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth. You know, I'm somebody who, at this moment in time, doesn't believe there's enough information in the public domain to execute Brian Kohberger. But still people will think, and this cuts both ways, you can't have your cake and eat it. What I'm going to say is, just because someone is pro-burger, it doesn't mean that when I say something that aligns with your narrative, that I'm necessarily telling the truth. And I mean that wholeheartedly. And what I don't want you to think, so you're lying to us. I don't mean it like that. What I mean is, you have to do your own research. You have to learn about the case. You have to follow the case. And you have to make your own mind up. And don't just seek validation. Don't just seek to listen to the people who says the things that align with what you think at the time. And that's what I'm seeing. And it ain't just in this niche either. It's in social media as a whole, whenever they're talking about anything. It could be simple things like, I don't know what else you guys watch, you know, apart from true crime. It might be that you're interested in tech reviews, for instance. So if someone reviews a piece of tech and they say something what aligns with what you think of it or what you think of the brand, then you automatically think they're telling the truth, when that's not necessarily the case. And then when they say something that doesn't then align with what you think, you automatically think they're lying. And that's the issue in the Idaho 4 case, where if you hear something that doesn't necessarily align with what you think, then that person must be lying. I don't know. But he's some kind of shit. That's what I'm going to say. That's all I've got to say about the guy. He's some kind of shit. Hello, Dinky, by the way. I did see you there, my friend. Hello, Dinky. Hello. When I'm back from holiday, I will try and do a live with you, Dinky. I will try and do a live. Me, you, and Twizzle Stinks. We'll get him on board. Have a chat. But let's have a look. So I'll go through some last comments on the Blumber situation, and then we've got some stuff to talk about Brent Kopacka for the second half. Like I say, I only want to make this about 45 minutes long. I'm not going to keep you all late because I know that you've got stuff to do. But yeah, we are going to be talking about Brent Kopacka because there's some stuff that's been brought to light by Jay Ombre, and it does change things somewhat. And like I say, for those people who don't want to hang about for the lives or they ain't got time for these, I will be doing a shorter video tomorrow. We're only around, 8 minutes, 9 minutes. It's Twizzle Dick. What the fuck? Hello, my friend. At least you can talk now, mate. At least you can talk. Ken, he gets a little bit trigger happy. Start blocking people. He probably felt threatened. Thought, fuck, let's get rid of him. But no, you're back now. You're back. Miriam as well. We blocked Miriam. Funny. So yeah, let's just go back in there. They should have gone with them. Kopacka story. They would have yeah, yeah, that's right. If BK walks, will investigators even pursue other perps? Well, we're gonna talk about this in a second when we talk about the Kopacka situation, because this is where things could get really interesting. This could get really interesting now. Hello, Camilla. Hello. I see that you are a member. Thank you for joining. I see we had a few people join, didn't we? And some people rejoin as well. Paula, Ginger, Beth, Curious Cat, Marty, Beth. Oh, I don't know. I'm just reading stuff. No, some of them are people whose reminders have come up. The things for how they've been a member for a while. Let's have a look. April, May. I love catching the lives, and I appreciate that you keep up to an hour or so. I don't know how people watch the foreplay. Yeah, fuck that. I love you all, but doing a live for 4 hours, that'd kill me. We did a long live, didn't we? I can't remember how. I think we did one that was about 4.5 hours long, something like that. 4.5, 5 hours. And I think I was gonna die after it. It was like, when you're getting old and you go out on a bender and it takes you about four days to get over it. I had literally a 4-day hangover after that. No, it needed to be said, though, to be fair. It needed to be said. Dixie's cooking. Hello, Dixie. Hello. But what else we got? Getting on. It was a technical issue with my touchscreen. I never block. Felt so bad after that. No, I don't feel bad. That like give them a little bit of a holiday. It's like a holiday. Hold on, let me just skip them ads. Skip. It does give me a warning now. I didn't used to see it, but now, when it's going to put an ad in, it gives me a warning, so I can skip it. But it was a great live. Yeah, it was good. It was long, but it was good. No, my 8-hour lives. I'm too old for that. Yeah, can you imagine 8-hour lives? I think what I will do is when we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'll do a long live. We'll do a long live. Probably do for every $1 donated, I'll do a minute, and then we'll donate that money to charity or something. We'll give it to someone. That might be a good idea. But that's 100,000 subscribers. So at the rate I keep going up and down, I think that now before we move on to Brent Kopacka, the name of the channel. So the name of the channel, I was originally going to change it. I thought about it. I was going to change it because there was some things in the background with the name Harsh Reality, because there are other entities that utilize that name, and they didn't like the fact that I was using that name. There is even a Harsh Reality podcast, and they didn't like it either. So while I was dealing with some of that, I changed the name of this account in order to deal with it. Thankfully, I can now use it, and they now can use it if I give them permission to use it. So I'm going to be going back to Harsh Reality. But the downside was I had to wait. Because I'd changed the name of the channel. You have to wait so many days before you can change it back. So in a few days' time, I think like 5 more days, we'll be going back to Harsh Reality. But since I changed the name, I think people are probably seeing stuff come up and think, who's that fucking channel? Who's that? And we've like lost about 150 people. The super sticker. Thank you very much, Jamie. Thank you very much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. So yes, we are going to be going back to Harsh Reality, and we're going to be keeping that name. That will now, even from a legal perspective, will be mine, and nobody can do anything about it. So there we go. I like the RANT podcast. The RANT podcast is still going to stay as part of the channel. We're still going to, the lives will strictly become RANT podcast. So the name of the channel will be Harsh Reality, but it will incorporate all of the lives from when the name changes will be the RANT podcast. So that will still be a major part, and we will still be doing the RANT merchandise as well, so don't worry. So, and the colour change as well. The colour change, the Brandon with the yellow, that is staying. That is staying. So anyway, I digress. So now we're going to speak about Brent Kopacka. Now, some of you may have seen this video, some of you may not have seen it. I'm not going to show it because it would be unfair of me to show it. But Jay Ombre has done some work, he's done some digging, and he's found some information out. There is a search warrant for Brent Kopacka. Now, it would show that what seems to have, I'll shorten it down because this is about a 40-minute video. You need a channel called I Digress. I might do that on the other one. I've got a second channel, remember, Addy? I do have that. So I might change that to that. So let's shut this down to a shorter version. So yeah, it seems that this is what happens. So Moscow Police Department, whether they got a tip off or whatever, or just thought because the military knife, because you've got to think to yourself, haven't you? You've got to think, if there is a military knife, like people were saying, what I didn't get is people were confused over Brent Kopacka being even brought into this. Why would he have some connection to it? Well, think about it, right? Think about it. If you go into this house and just say, for instance, the knife sheath's found, and it is indeed a K-bar knife sheath, who's going to be the first person you think of? You're going to be thinking of either the students who have access to the ROTC course that have access to a K-bar knife sheath and a K-bar knife, or you're going to be thinking about someone who was in the military close by, within driving distance, and could potentially have knives. So it would appear that something happens and they end up getting a search warrant for Brent Kopacka's place. Now, it would appear that they go to his house. I'm just trying to read through the comments as well. The location on search, it shows as a different town, not Pullman Harsh. So I didn't see that. The location on the search warrant. I'll have to go and double check it. I will have to go and double check it. Has he amended it? Because all I can talk about what he was showing it. The ASIN numbers, translucent, just to clear this up, the ASIN numbers are just relevant to, that is the category numbers and part numbers for Amazon itself. So everything that's sold on Amazon has an ASIN number. So it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like every single thing you buy. Like if I buy a phone off there, it will have an ASIN number on it. Whatever you buy, when you look at the invoice from Amazon, that item has an ASIN number. So that's why them numbers will match, because it's relevant to the part, not the individual item. They don't all have individual item numbers. It's like a catalog number, I suppose. That's the easiest way. I could have just said that, couldn't I? ASA number will match every knife sheath or K-bar. Yeah, like I say, the ASA number is just is how they're categorized by Amazon themselves. So if you are an Amazon buyer, if you go onto your purchase history and click on your invoices where it says show invoice, it will have next to whatever you've bought, it will have ASIN and then a number. But yeah, so it would seemingly show that there was potentially, then we'll say potentially, a search warrant done at Brent Kopacka's place. That's what he was seemingly showing, and that it was potentially that, because the dates seemed to line up, that would push Brent Kopacka potentially into this, like an Amazon serial identification number. Yeah, what I'll do, let me just do something. I'll see whether I can bring something up in the background. Let me just try and do this a second. I think I'm probably logged in. I'm not logged in, but let's see if it lets me. I think I can just use my finger. Should just wants to send a number to my phone, so I can't show you. But like I say, if you've got Amazon, if you got it on your phone or whatever, go and have a look. I can promise you now, if you go and look at things, men flew my ass. What a bunch of shit! You can get man flu. It's a real thing. Sorry, I just don't get it. It's like a catalog number, Camilla. If you're talking about the ASIN number, it's just every single item that's sold on Amazon has a code, like a barcode, if you like, and the ASIN is its barcode number. So if you type in that ASIN number yourself into Google, it will likely bring up the Amazon picture for that K-bar knife sheath. That's what will happen. In fact, I don't know how many digits it's got. Has somebody got the ASIN number to hand? Let's have a look. We could try and just type in loads of numbers and see what that brings up. It doesn't find anything. I was thinking, well, can I just do some random numbers and it brings it up? But no, that doesn't work. Who knows? I was trying. ASIN is a 10-digit alphanumeric code that identifies products on Amazon. It's unique for each product. There you go. That's the shortest version of it. There you go. That's obviously when they bring them into their inventory, they're each given an ASIN number. I'm guessing, yeah, look, Amazon standard identification number. There you go. So it doesn't mean that they're the same. It just means that from an Amazon perspective, they're the same. So yeah, with respect of the Brent Kopacka situation, I'll wait and see whether he's brought up whether he's changed or altered that. Obviously, I watched the full video that he brought out earlier, and it would seem to be pointing towards the fact that Brent Kopacka his place had been searched. So we shall see if that is accurate. I can't now say that is absolutely accurate, because someone has thrown a little bit of spanner in the works. Because from what I saw, the address was redacted, but the dates certainly seem to match up. But he could indeed be incorrect. But we'll watch. What's this? I was watching something today about the little girl being kidnapped by her father, of course. MPD and Pullman are keeping things close to the vest to keep the integrity of the fuck's sake. Yeah, good one. Oh, I don't know. I think it's strange that nothing else has come of that. It seems very quiet. I would like Jay Ombre to show the complete page rather than a zoomed in part. He says proof but doesn't deliver. Unsubscribe and never give him another chance. I don't think he'd do anything untoward, though. He was originally very anti-Brent Kopacka. He was, but like I say, I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to go and have a look and see what else he's put there. But the address had been redacted. Ombre about to go into Brian being on meth. This is the only connection he can make with Brent. Got a man crush on Brian. Not really. I've got a man crush on getting the right people caught for the crime. Definitely. Dope. Agree, translucent. People walked away from his latest video saying everything is proven. He needs to stop saying proven. Yeah, it's certainly not proven. It doesn't look good. It certainly doesn't look good, and it does fall in line with some certain things. It kind of makes sense, but again, it's like everything. I think you've got to almost take a lot of the things with a pinch of salt around this case. It's very difficult. Like, when you pair that as well with, there's a lot of people who say that Brent Kopacka could have potentially had an Elantra. We don't know that. We don't know that he didn't. We don't know that he did. Brian is a paid hitman. I've not heard that one. I've heard some people say that, and people who think he's undercover. I certainly don't think Brent Kopacka is undercover. Like I say, my thoughts are that Brent Kopacka, he is potentially just an unlucky fucker who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And until I see enough proof to convince me otherwise, that's just how I feel about it. And I could be wrong. But I will happily sit on the fence and give him the benefit of the doubt, benefit of the doubt, until I'm proven otherwise. Hi, Harsh. Damn, it's been forever since I've seen you. Hello. It has. I haven't seen you about for a while. Ombre is very alpha. Like I say, I'll have to go and have a look. We'll go and have another look. Dinky, don't be jealous because he got credit for your work, did he? Want me to run his report and see if it says what vehicles he had? You could do, Dope. Yeah, you could. I have a horrible feeling that'll probably come up Elantra. Can you imagine? But I do think that the thing what offers obviously credibility to what Jay Ombre says, you do think if you genuinely believe the knife sheath was found, then I think that they are going to potentially be looking for people with a military connection around there. I think that would have also thrown some of the students under the bus because they'd have been looking for someone who had access to that. RANT podcast. The Moscow local I talked to said he owed money to a drug dealer too. It just gets better, doesn't it? It just gets better. What an absolute fucking nightmare. Yeah, I believe he is. Twizzle is, I believe, talking about Brent Kopacka. Coburg and a one-man army. Yeah, definitely. Brian, she didn't even know who Brent was. Brian, I told her Brent fit it way better. Yeah, that's what I thought. I do think he does. I just think he does. I know it's bad. It is bad. And I'm not saying he's done anything, but this has just got an element. I've spoken about it, and it's with respect of the weapon and the weapon that was chosen, the weapon that, you know, it's like a knife. Do you know what I mean? From a knife perspective, if you're just someone who wants to go in there and you're going to walk in that place with just one weapon, and you're going in there and you don't care who's in there, right? You don't care who's in there. You want to go in there and do as much damage as possible and then fuck off out of there. I don't think they'd buy a K-bar knife. There are so many other knives that is available. Why would you go for a military, the K-bar? I genuinely don't understand it. It's not like it got a massive amount of good press. Do you know what I mean? There are some vicious weapons out there. And if you're walking into this house, I just don't get it. Just don't get it. Why would you, what is the relevance of that weapon? And the thing what makes me think it fits is someone who was military, who's got it. But I could be wrong. Mercy Cat has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Mercy Cat. And we've got Tony's been gifted one. Heavy Metal Rehab has got one. Phonetics has got one. And Love Tina has got one. And just for future reference, how this works, the gifted memberships, when you come into a live stream and someone gifts memberships, they generally go to the people who are not members already, obviously, but who are the most active in chat. So whoever are the most active in chat, they're the ones that are prioritised for memberships. I just thought I'd tell you. So when we do a next live, which will be Sunday, I'll do a live on Sunday. That's how you'll get it if anybody's going to gift memberships. So, what do we got? Like I say, I don't want to keep this much longer. Run for a few more minutes and then we'll call it a night. Just want to catch up with you guys, really. I like doing lives because I think it gives us a bit more of a connection. Do you know what I mean? We're here together. We're all here. We're all chatting. And we've got an amazing community. And sometimes do you know what I mean? The videos, even though I go in the comments as much as physically possible, there's a bit of a disconnect at times. Karen Texas has gifted 5 RANT podcast memberships. Thank you very much for that, Karen. That is very kind of you. Is it going to tell us who got them? Big Plants, Little City, Nefarious Hijinks, Translucent, and HB. HB, oh my God, HB. There's Howard Blumber. There's Howard Blumber's in the house. He's got a damn membership. That better not be Howard Blumber. HB, please tell me you're not. Thanks a lot. You better not be Howard Blumber. Damn it. Can you imagine if Howard Blumber was sneaking in the background and got given a membership? Might get a mention in his book. I love you, but I think they have the right guy. You could be right. Do you know what I mean? You could be right. You could absolutely be right. But like I say, for me, there just isn't enough. There's just not enough at the moment shown. And I think people who I think if you're someone who says, look, I think they got the right guy. I think they have. I've looked at it and I genuinely, from what I've seen, I think he did it. Then I can handle that. I can genuinely handle it. But if you're somebody who is absolutely, I've no doubt about it, he deserves to die, then I think that's hard. He's an unhappy departure. Grant, everybody, just stop for a second. Grant, he's leaving. Grant is leaving. Grant obviously mistook the chat for an airport and thought he had to announce his departure. Adios, muchachos. There you go. Brent had a silver Elantra. It's in his driveway. See, I don't know. People can say that, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm not 100% sure. What I will say, though, a silver Elantra would look white on them cameras. I do digress a lot. I do. Yeah, I rarely do. So, I think we're near enough going to call it a night, I think we're going to call it a night. Only because I don't think my voice is going to hold up a lot longer. A bit of a sore throat. I need to see something other than the DNA, yeah. I think Grant was saying that because he thought Blum was here. He probably did. I think we'd all leave if he was here. Who knows? I don't know. But it was good to see you. It was nice to spend a little bit of time together. I am going to be live again on Sunday. I think what we'll do on a Sunday, I think what we're going to do on Sunday is have a bit of a roundup on the entire week, what has happened. And yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for all the well wishes, by the way. We're all leaving. They've all had enough. They're all out of here. Question. We've got a question first. Let's just do this. How do we know Brent ordered and paid for the knife? Maybe sent as a gift. Why would he order? He had one. He was military. The realism is we don't. That paperwork seemed to show that it was trying to point that he had, but we don't. Please, can you review the what video? WSU stop video. Did we do that? Can someone remind me? We did do that, didn't we? The WSU stop video. I think was that the one with the lady police officer. I think we did review that. We've done so many. Ask, what are you sick with? Just a cold? Yeah, I've got not just a cold. This is actual man flu. Man flu, mate. So yeah, real bad. Bring in all your evidence. I'm just seeing if there's any other questions. Any other questions? Off to bed. Camilla's off to bed. Good night, Camilla. Good night. Sleep well. That's what I'm gonna do. I love Sunday Night Live. Sundays are so boring. I look forward to them. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll have a bit of a round robin. We'll do a bit of Karen Reed. We'll do a bit of everything. And, yeah, hope we make it through to Sunday with that man flu. Yeah, I hope so and all. Yeah, I might have to get one of them defibrillator things just in case. Harsh, ask this. Brent lived in an apartment complex. How does anyone know which vehicle is his in the parking lot? Realism, no, you don't. It's a good point. You don't. But if there's a silver Elantra there, you can guarantee that someone's going to say it was his. But yeah, we don't. We don't know anything, do we? The reality is we don't know anything. And that sucks because it's annoying, because we want to know everything. We hate not knowing. And when we don't know, we end up looking at everything and side-eyeing everything and everyone. Let's just skip that. But anyway, I'm out of here. I'm out. You guys have a fantastic rest of your whatever day it is. It's Tuesday. Yeah, so have a fabulous rest of your Tuesday. If it's later, then Wednesday, whatever. I don't know. Just have a good time. Whatever, wherever, whenever, however, just make sure you have a lovely time. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Buy yourself some man flu meds. Thank you very much, Helen. That is very kind of you. I will. I'll go and buy something. I don't actually have anything out. I literally ate like a whole box and I've got none left. I think I've got some like ibuprofen for headaches. But I think the last time I had, was it ibuprofen that I poisoned myself with? For those of you who've been around the channel long enough, yeah, I think it might have been ibuprofen that I nearly killed myself with, accidentally. But there we go. Fucking nightmare, aren't I? Anyway, yeah, hit like on the way out. Do me a favour and smash that like. There's 312 in there and we got 158 likes. Unless you didn't like it, then don't bother. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it is. And I will catch you all tomorrow. And live Sunday. Make sure you come then. Because we'll actually talk about things then. Like everything. Even aliens. Do you like aliens? We'll talk about them too. Take care.